Should I carry that in there?
Testing, testing. Can everyone hear me? Louder? All right. Shaka group yo cut do a soft. Take way dia cut. Aftaltuna seaplane. Exadi yeti cut to tea. Ishtuna duke on. Shikakwan cut. My Tlingit name is Shaka Duke, and my English name is Marla Sport. Both names are really hard, so good luck remembering. I'm Tikpedi Eagle Bear Clan from the Valley House in Indian. And my mother is Seaplane, better known as Melanie Board. I'm a granddaughter and daughter of the Kiksadi people, which were the main and first clan on this island. My father is Duke On, or better known as Clancy Board. I was born and raised in Sitka, which loosely translated means the island behind the island. Today we are all on Tlingit Ani, Tlingit land. It's important to recognize that the Tlingit people have been here for over 10,000 years, and every day is a celebration of our cultural survival. It's also important that we realize that the Tlingit people have been excellent stewards of the land, basing their stewardship on the traditional values of balance, respect, and reciprocity for the earth that sustains us all. So for taking care of Tlingit Ani, I want to say thank you and Ganesh Chish. The goal of this sleepout is to help raise awareness and funds for building Hit Kisani, little houses, for our neighbors experiencing homelessness. With that being said, I want everyone to learn how to say little houses in Tlingit. So please repeat after me. Hit Kisani.
Hit Kisani.
Hit Kisani.
Hit Kisani.
Hit Kisani.
Hit Kisani.
Hit Kisani, little houses. Ganesh Chish Hatyadi, Yak Eye Kisakini. Thank you all for coming. It's good to see you all.
Thank you, Marlis. I am Doug. I'm going to be a little bit of an MC. We have several speakers and a special presentation, but we're going to start with getting in a good place here. And we have a lay leader of the Sitka Jewish community who's also an attorney. He's also a tribal judge. He's also a dad and a great guy. Please welcome for our opening, Mr. David Abraham Balak.
Okay, I guess I was asked to give the invocation, which is to call in, to draw in, or call out, or call very close to you to get in a good place. I'll do it first in my language, but then I'll translate, so don't worry. All right? Oide ani lifanecha melech chai, v'kayam shechechzarta v'nishmasi b'chenra, rabba emunasecha. To thee, our Creator, we give thanks for imparting the breath of life into our lungs and awakening us to this moment. Great is your faithfulness. And thank you, Creator, for giving us the honor of being alive in this special world with a mission to be co-creators with you. And our mission is to build a home where everyone feels safe and warm, and a holy and happy home where you feel safe indwelling in a revealed manner. God, if any of our brothers or sisters is homeless, we know that our work lays before us. Give us strength in this task and bless all the hands of the people that have brought this event together and who are building these little houses. Please, God, strengthen the hand of all of our brothers and sisters experiencing homelessness and give them healing of body and soul, remove all afflictions and sorrow, and dry all the tears of your children's eyes, please, God. Lastly, I want to give a special bracha, a blessing, if there is such a thing as a special blessing, to all the people who organized this evening, who've made donations, and the folks behind the scenes to pull this all together, and of course our Tlingit cousins for holding down this place for us. Bless them and their families with safety, joy, and warmth and happiness. Lastly, oise shalom b'imramav, uyaseh shalom aleinu v'ya'achol Yisrael b'imru amen. Please, God, bless us with the sweetest of all blessings, your peace. Here in Sitka and Alaska, please, God, in our country, and most definitely in the world. Amen.
Throughout this work, we talked a lot about doing heart work and head work, and so we're in a good heart place. And I'm going to give you just a 2-minute overview of what got us to today. And this is the 5th group that's taking a crack at getting shelter here in Sitka for people that are trying to be homeless, the 5th group. And it's folks that are with the Sitka Homeless Coalition. If you're with the Sitka Homeless Coalition as a team member, supporter, or board, would you please raise your hand so we can thank and recognize you? So Stormy, and Kathy, and Jade, and Johnny, and Julia, and Amanda, and Melanie, and Harper, and Jean, and David. Please clap for them. And Dan, and Lauren. Oh, Lauren.
And dog.
So I'm going to encourage people before you go, if you want to see the story, grab one of these beautiful brochures that was made. It tells you a little bit about it. But basically, there was a group of people that came together about 5 years ago. Julia Smith was sort of the driving force, and they said there's 4 groups that have tried this before, and we're going to be the 5th, and we're just not going to stop until it's done, until everybody has a place to sleep that's warm, dry, and safe. And so they became a non-profit in 2018, and they started doing showers and laundry, and then they realized that there was no building. They tried with 50 different places to see if there could be a winter shelter. 50 places. And for one reason or another, it was always no. They said, we got to do something different. We have to build our own. We have to build this cabin community up on Jarvis Street. So they came up with this very innovative idea of getting land that was Alaska Mental Health Trust land and saying, could we build cabins on it? And they said, yeah, if you raise $1 million. But guess what? I'm going to read you, and you can punctuate this with wild applause. The best email of 2022 is to the project administrator, named Denise Henderson, and she got this from a woman named Anna Dietrichson, who's in the office of Senator Lisa Murkowski. So get ready to applaud. Hi, Denise. I want to let you know the Senate has approved $1 million for the construction of your cabin community project in Sitka. Woo! So we are cooking. We are cooking as a community, and I want to introduce one of the people who's really made this happen in a second. But the one thing I found out from this is that local support like this brings in support from off the island. When we show that we're serious about this and that we're committed, we will get the resources, the people, the ideas. So you being here today is important. You being here is making a difference. You being here is helping us to end homelessness in Sitka. And as we were reminded at our kickoff in October, Rachel Marino is a community leader. She said, I don't think we had a word on forget for homeless. So we got to get back to that. We got to go from me to we, and that's what we're doing here today. So thank you for being here. And next I'm going to introduce the co-chair of the Sitka Homeless Coalition, somebody who's worked very, very hard. I think has set up a tent here and has, along with Kathy, been chairing this. Please, please give a huge round of applause to Jade from SB.
Woo! Hey, everybody. So, I have a tag-along, obviously. I'm a really terrible speaker in public, but I'm going to give a crack at this. So, first off, we just want to thank everybody that came out today to support this, but also everybody that's committed to supporting this in the past, because we cannot do this without you guys. We specifically wanted to thank the people that have already sponsored cabins. That's $12,000 donations, and this is businesses and other nonprofits as well as individuals. So specifically, we wanted to thank them tonight. One of them is Rotary. One is STA Social Services.
All right.
has also. And then the last one is actually Kathy Inglanera. So thank you everybody that's already supported this project. And like Doug said, we do have that $1 million coming, and $1 million is great. We all know that, but that's not the whole project. So we have to keep going forward, and we still have to continue to fundraise and still continue to go for other grants. And so that's what we're doing today. We're obviously fundraising. I think the last time we had checked it, brought in about $1,200 just this Sleepout event, which is not a whole lot, yeah, in retrospect to the $1 million, but every little bit helps. And so the other reason we're out here tonight is to raise awareness for the individuals that are homeless within our community. We do have them here, and we want to make sure that they are seen, that we know they're there, and that's why we're all out here. So in support and solidarity of the unhoused in our community, we make a commitment tonight to keep going and make sure that this project is completed. So thank you all.
So Dave mentioned the Cameron Community Sponsorship. We have a special moment. The president of the Rotary Club is with us today, Lauren, and he has a check, and we have a need for checks, so it's all going to come together beautifully. So I'm going to hand it off to Lauren to hear a little bit about this Rotary support, which has been ongoing and been pretty phenomenal throughout. So please give a big service above self welcome to Rotarian Lauren Olson.
Thank you, everyone. Doug's a Rotarian also, and some of you may also be. Actually, we're trying to grow the club, so if you're interested in joining Rotary, we meet noon on Tuesdays, noon to 1. But that's not why I'm here. So I think I was asked to tell the Rotary story because I'm sure it's similar to some of the other community stories. Let me just mention a little bit about me. So I'm from Alaska's older but smaller sister, Montana. So in Montana, in Bozeman, my hometown, I helped found the Gallatin Valley Interfaith Association, which took on homelessness and didn't have as much success as you guys have had, but we did some good things there. So I hope I can lend my experience. But I was asked to tell the Rotary story. I moved to Sitka. I was immediately asked to step into leadership in Rotary, and I only wanted to do that if I could make a difference and help the Rotary Club. And through some discussions, they said I could, so I hope I ultimately do. But I surveyed all 35 Rotarians last fall. 19 of the 35 responded, which is over a 50% return. So if any of you have done surveying, that's pretty good. But the best news is I asked a series of questions on how the Rotary Club could make a bigger impact in Sitka. And so one of the things was, are there any groups or organizations that really need immediate and substantial Rotary support? And of the 19 responses, 18 said homelessness. So Rotary's 100% behind this. We were scrambling to figure out the money thing, and we were able to get $5,000 last December to match other contributions in the Homeless Coalition's fundraiser in December, and you guys all know the success of that. But we were honored and happy to be able to immediately pledge that $5,000. Now in April, after some work and scrambling, we got some Rotary District matching fund, and so with our local money and the matching fund from out of Sitka, we pledged $12,000 to name a cabin. So we're one of the 5 or 6, I think, and so it takes all of us, and so we're honored to be one of them. So Rotary's we've not just pledged money, but many of us are pledging time. And I should mention that some individual Rotarians also took out the checkbooks and wrote checks. So it's not just the 5 and the 12. We've gotten more out of the Rotary Club. So we're 100% behind the Sitka Homeless Coalition. I want to thank all of you speaking out here tonight. What a great gesture of support. camaraderie and can't think of another good word, another good adjective, solidarity with the homeless. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for everyone who's working on the Sitka homeless program. Thank you.
No, we'll do that. So in a second we're going to have a sleeper, but you can see there's several places that have creatively put up tents without stakes. And I'm just asking if all the people sleeping out tonight could raise their hands so we can thank and honor. So Kathy, Jay, Johnny, Hannah, Dan, Brian, Brandy, Nancy, that's good. One more time for sleepers to raise your hand. This time we clap. Thank you, sleepers. And next up, I'm going to introduce somebody who's volunteered and has been at this for years. A lot of us got involved when this became a community goal in September, but there's years and years of work that we're able to build this foundation on, and it's because of people like this. So she's sleeping out tonight. She's going to share a little bit about why she chose to sleep out in solidarity and in support of people that don't have homes, especially on days like this. Please give a big welcome to Hannah Green.
So one of the reasons that I'm sleeping out tonight is to have a time of reflection on what the issue of homelessness is, or being unsheltered. Because there's a lot of different aspects to it. There's health issues, there's financial issues, emotional issues. There's just so many things that go into this, being unsheltered. Also, our son was in and out of homelessness in Sitka for years, and he just came from one, so it's not like it's only a certain age group or whatever. And so, for me at least, it's a time of reflection, being able to honestly, like, we've been on meetings for months and stuff, and so some of the people that I've seen on Zoom, dozens of times, I've never actually really seen or talked to in person, so that's another reason just to be able to connect and put voices to faces in person with others who are like-minded. And there's been some controversy with this whole result in general, and that's one thing that I really wanted to emphasize, that this is a somber event. Like we're seeing in solidarity, and sometimes that's really tough to do. And so we're just doing that. So and yeah, this has been going on for years, over the showers and laundry, and that is one thing to remember, that I just kind of just help you how excited where we are, and how exciting it is to think of where we're going. Because during the shower and laundry, although that's still going on, during that time period, we really were at a loss, because like Bob said, checking the 50 places that all said no is kind of discouraging. And so it was just like us helping those that are unsheltered set up a camp, take it down, move it somewhere else, set it up, take it down, but I never like stayed outside with anybody. I just helped set up and tear down campsites. And so this is just that one step further. And also having personal experience with homelessness growing up, that was something that was, I don't know, you just kind of forget about it. Like a long time passes and you just move on. And I don't know, I just need to go back and revisit these.
We have one more speaker, but I do have an important announcement. We are in the mode of getting more people power. And the good news is you're all people. So we're looking for people to join this team. It's a fun team. We have an email group, we meet on Zoom, and we need an influx of people, and we also need a few board members. And so at the end of this, if you're interested in the board, you'll talk to Jade, and if you're interested in joining the team, you'll talk to Johnny, if you could raise your hand, and then Harper over there. If you're interested in joining the team, we need people power. Even with the $1 million from Senator Murkowski and the maybe about almost 200,000 we've raised, we need more. And another really, really neat thing about that is that there's a young guy named Andrew Hinton, who's, you know how JKT has the fellows program and they live in a little house they have the same thing in Anchorage. And so this guy is moving from Anchorage to be the first executive director of the Sitka Homeless Coalition. Yeah, and he seems like a fantastic guy. I was reading his little LinkedIn thing, and he's got an MBA from Columbia, and he's this and that and the other, so he's big time, and he's got great references. He's excited to be here, but he's going to need our support. He's going to fly in with like 2 bags, and that's it. And that's where we come in. We're going to feed him, we're going to help him, we're going to give him a bike, we're going to show him around, we're going to be kind, small town charity. So everybody needs to be ready for that. So join the team, please. At least talk to everybody who's on that team. Raise your hand. Talk to one of these people. Say, gosh, that sounds great. How can I join? Everybody keep them up one more time. Take a look. These are the folks you're going to talk to. And then if you want to be on the board, and that's, if you want to be on a board in an exciting time when you're building something, you are going to be able to walk around and see these 12 cabins and this community room and a residential live-in manager and this beautiful thing. You're going to see people going from out in the elements to a warm, dry, safe place that's theirs for as long as they need it. You're going to be a part of that. We're talking about building next spring. So if you want to be part of that board, we need 3 really crackerjack board members to join. I think it could be one of the people here. I mean, you guys are out in the rain right now, so there's some hardcore about you. And there's some hardcore about this next person. Please welcome co-chair Kathy and Gallinera.
So, hello everybody. I want to point out a couple of things. We have a porta potty back there that is stocked with toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and no reading material. But that's back there. There's no alcohol. We're not supposed to have stakes in the ground, but I think the state would forgive us if we had to stake a tent out. There's no fires. Gail, bless her heart, is not here, and she said last night in an email, "Oh, I hope you guys have a big fire and have sitting." I'm like, "Oh, Gail, we're not having a fire. We're on state property, and I had to get insurance to have this, and anyway, so we have to be careful." Someone already spoke to the seriousness of this event. So this isn't the time, of course it's raining, so I think we're going to go in our tents pretty soon, but we're not going to be singing and drinking and having a party. This is serious. Someone spoke recently about going to a homeless thing when they were a teenager, a homeless sleepout, and it was like a Girl Scout camp. There were s'mores, people were having a party, and she didn't get the connection. It didn't seem like it was serious enough. So this is going to be serious. Use the bathroom. The police know we're here, and so I already called and told them. I don't think they were quite aware. They must not read the paper or listen to the radio. If you take any pictures, which is just a beautiful day to take lots of pictures of us here in Sitka, or you want to post anything on social media, we ask that you come up here and do it with this sign that says "Help Us Build." It's Bonnie, and it has our social media information there. So that's all I have to say. Thank you all for coming. It's really important. And one thing, Johnny and Doug did a really great interview on Raven Radio last week. And one thing that struck me about that interview was a lot of us have been to Seattle. We've been to other cities, and you see the homeless everywhere, and you know it's an issue. There are a lot of people in Sitka that don't think it's a problem because they don't see them. They're hiding in the woods. They're in the woods. They're in places where they can't be seen. So that's why we thought this was important to do tonight, to bring some visibility. So thank you all for coming, and here's Doug again.
Woo! Thank you, Kathy. And again, thanks to all of our sleepers. Thanks everybody who's been working on this. This is our year. This is a breakthrough year. And so we want to invite everybody to have tonight be a start. Have tonight be a start. Get involved. It's very meaningful work. We'd love to have you on our team. Everybody's welcome. But we're going to end this program. And again, if you're interested in the board, talk to Jade. And if you're interested in joining the team, and if you see a sleeper, thank them. Our sleepers, one more time. Raise your hands. Brian sleeping. So thanks to all of our sleepers for doing this, and you get chips. So sleepers get chips for sure. Everybody gets chips. So let's go for chips. Thanks everybody for being here. Have a good, safe night. Thank you, sleepers. Thank you everybody who donated. Thanks everybody who spoke. Have a good night. Thanks.